In the Deep South, feuding families build weapons by hand. Forged from iron and steel, paid for with flesh and blood.
Got it.
Fired off in battle every Saturday night.
Good time redneck racing at Bowman Gray Stadium.
It's like wrestling on wheels.
It started with moonshine runners, and it rages on in one of the oldest arenas in America.
People live for these guys.
I haven't missed a race here since 1974.
Like the Hatfields and the McCoys, these guys are driven by bitter family rivalries.
You in my house now.
And a history of revenge.
The next one calls me son of a bitch, I'm gonna knock him out too.
He's pitiful.
Junior messes with me, I'm gonna mess back.
Every Saturday night is about payback.
Good God almighty. I pray every week for all the drivers.
And generations of bad blood.
Hey, you keep my daddy out of this loud mouth. Hey, boy.
Coming to you live from downtown Winston-Salem, SJS 600 AM, 1200 AM. You're on with Bad Brad. Well, folks, we've had 8 months off. 8 months since we were at the place that we all love, the place near and dear to our heart. Our city is built around it, the history, the heritage. Bowman Gray Stadium.
Racing started at Bowman Gray Stadium. In 1948, Bowman Gray was the first NASCAR sanctioned track. Anybody who's anybody in racing has raced at Bowman Gray.
It's like the Roman Coliseum. When I'm sitting in the seats, I'm sitting there and I'm waiting on the gladiators to come out in the race cars. You know, that's what Bowman Gray Stadium's about.
Right now, there are guys hunkered down in their shops, getting these machines ready for Saturday night.
These cars are so fast, and you can barely pick your neck up off the seat.
The modifieds were the first race car that they had in NASCAR.
Driving a 600 horsepower race car around a football field is like driving a rocket through a gymnasium.
You may have seen racing, but you've never seen racing like this.
It's about ordinary families. These guys lose money every single week.
Now you gotta carry your car home and rebuild it.
Every week, it's basically a race against the clock.
You can build this car from front to back in 4 or 5 days.
These guys don't get paid. They do it because they love going to battle against their longtime rival. We've got a 16-week season. That's 16 battles on Saturday night. Every week, there will be a winner, but the ultimate goal is to be the champion. At the end of the year, everybody winds up broke.
But you know what? It's not about the money. It's about the pride. It's about the bragging rights.
It is a big family, but they do beat you up pretty bad on a Saturday night.
Come get you, son of a bitch!
These young guys, they don't have any fear.
Let's talk just for a brief moment about some of the key players that we've got that are going to sum up this season better than ever.
Put a damn quarter pound on the roof and everything up on mine.
Tim Brown is the returning champion.
TIMBROWN, the Rocket. They're a bunch of idiots.
Chris Fleming, he's our one-man band. He's our underdog.
Tim Brown, here I come.
And then there's the Myers family.
Why is everybody scared to piss Junior Miller off? He's gonna be either way.
They are the first family of Bowman Gray Stadium racing. We've got Bert. He's the golden boy. We've got Jason, little brother in a big shadow.
He's a piece of white trash. Come on, come on.
And you know, folks, what would Bowman Gray be without the king, Junior Miller?
What is this? If you don't want me over here, I'll go home. I'd spend my grandma out in a wheelchair for $5,000 to come to win the race.
Junior Miller and the Myers, the feud's been long, the feud's been deep. Last time that we were there, you guys know what happened. You know what went down. We've probably got one of the most memorable battles that we've ever had in Bowman Gray history.
The last race of the year last year cost me the championship. I was leading the race, and I was pulling away from the field.
Who's behind me? You got the 69 behind you.
And Junior started running me down.
10 laps to go, Junior. Gosh, dang it, it's short, my knocker. There he goes.
I was coming in a hurry, and I was behind him. I drove in two down there and caught him.
Junior just spun him out.
As soon as he caught me, he dumped me. He spun me out. After that, my car was messed up, and as he came back around, I wrecked him. I mean, I turned into him. I did. I wrecked him.
And we both spun out.
This could be nasty.
I came through the middle of the infield and hit him right in the side.
Knocked the right front plumb off my car. backed up and hit me 3 more different times.
I just backed up and hit him again and backed up and hit him again. Just trying to get my point across that maybe the fact that the race up was over with, maybe that'll make Junior understand how serious I am about this.
Burt Byers, you know, he cries a whole lot. He needs to grow up and get up on that steering wheel and quit crying.
When a bully pushes the kid down in school 4 days in a row, that kid's finally got to stand up for himself. Junior knows I'm not going to back down for him, and he knows that when he runs into me, he's going to have it coming. I want him to respect me. Scott!
Hey!
What you doing?
Oh, I'm thinking about getting this bumper replaced.
Changing it?
Yeah. Plenty of memories on that bad boy.
We'll keep it. We won't give that in the junk man.
Hang it up.
Hang it up.
Be like a trophy. I hear you.
I'm not proud of what I did last year because that's not how I operate. The fact of it is it's all up to Junior. If Junior leaves me alone, I'll leave Junior alone. And Junior just has a problem with not being able to leave me alone. You want to start out fresh, here it is. Fresh new meat. Better to bang you with, my dear. How about that? Yeah. The first time he runs into me or does something that I deem is out of the way, it's gonna be on again.
Burt always talking about somebody taking him out. When I was a kid growing up, my mama told me when babies scared and they cried, and Burt's been crying now for about 10 years. I don't know, he ought to grow up and quit crying.
He must be scared.
I know he's scared. You gonna help me take care of him, Burt?
You know I will.
All right.
You're my horse if you don't never in the barn.
When the rivalry was started between me and the Myerses, it was back in the 70s. What started it, I guess, was back when his daddy drove, he'd move me and I'd move him.
Me and Junior started racing back together in the late 70s. We used to get along real good. Our friendship started going the opposite way.
How you pump?
I don't particularly like Junior. Hard to be friends with somebody when you're trying to beat them. I mean, the only friends you got at the racetrack are the friends you bring with you.
We grew up disliking Junior Miller. And then when you get out there on the racetrack with him, you figure out why. I mean, he's dirty. He always has been. Growing up, watching my dad race, I mean, he was my hero. And when Junior would knock him out of the way or spin him out or what have you, it made me upset. Growing up, I mean, I said, Junior's not gonna do that to me.
If I knock Burt out, he cries. He never does nothing wrong. Unless somebody knocks him out, that's all wrong. A lot of people calls me the king because we've won 15 championships and over 200 races, and there's nobody else can say come close to that. As long as it goes Burt's way, he don't care, you know.
Oh, that's right. That's exactly right. I just hope that when he gets the same thing back to him, that they take it just like we did.
I can't wait till Saturday night. Me and Burt didn't start this rivalry, but come down to me and Burt, you know.
Well, don't the Bible say an eye for an eye?
Yeah.
Burt knows what's coming.
Burt says I'm the dirtiest driver over there. You know, that's probably an understatement. I race to win. Whatever between me and that checkered flag, that's how many problems I got.
You know, the Miller and the Myers rivalry's been going on for 30 years. It's been father to son. But for the last 10 years, one guy has profited from the feud more than anybody. It's Tim Brown. Every time Burt and Junior take each other out, guess who gets to win? It's Tim Brown. He's a smart guy. He stays out of the feud. Tim's got everything to gain from the feud between Junior and Burt. As far as he's concerned, he hopes they never patch things up.
This coming season at the stadium, I'm the returning champion. I want to be the man in that record book that has the most wins, that has the most championships. I want to be the freaking man.
So what do you guys think is going to happen over there Saturday night? Junior get to pull up beside of Burt.
The fans going wild.
That's all I've heard all winter.
I don't care.
I don't either.
Let's get our stuff together.
We'll just go win the race and be done with it.
What you doing next?
We're gonna bleed the brakes and bleed the clutch.
We're getting ready for opening night this week. Right now we're sitting here bleeding the brakes, make sure we get all the moisture and all the air bubbles and stuff out of the brake lines.
It'll be 600, 550. 600 front, 550 rear.
Tim likes 50 pounds more pressure in the front than he does in the rear. No. It will help keep the tires from sliding, getting in the corner.
600, 550, put them in.
If he needs to, he can adjust the brakes inside the car. He's got a little knob on the dash there that he can put front brake to it or rear brake to it. Tim is really detail-oriented. The tiniest details like that will help you win or help you lose a race.
I'm really hard to work with. My guys say that I'm anal and this, that, and another, but I only believe in doing it one way, and that's my way, and it's the right way. We're not going to half-ass anything on it. It's going to be perfect.
All right, brakes are done.
We're going over there to win our 8th championship and to try to win 10 races.
The last race at the stadium last year was pretty intense. It looked like Bert was going to win the race and I was going to run second. Sure enough, Junior drove that thing in there and hit Bert, and I was like, hey, they just opened the door up for me to win the race there. It handed me another victory. It wouldn't surprise me if Bert and Junior Miller don't get into it again in the very first race this year. It's just their nature. They hate each other.
You know, Junior didn't take away a win from Bert. He took away a championship. So you better believe that the Myerses are coming back. You wreck Junior Miller, it's poison in his punch. He's going to come back. Junior's vowed to make their season miserable. And you know the Myers boys, they want to win championships. But I guarantee, if they get a chance to sucker punch from the side, it's going to happen.
You get your job done right, I'll get mine done right. Spin Bert on the last lap. I say get up on that steering wheel because the bull's coming. I'm going to take care of Bert tearing my race car up like he did there after the race is over, you know. It don't even take a driver to do what he did. It takes an idiot. I lost a lot of respect for Bert that night, and then I'll return the favor.
Folks, you know where we are. This is small-town America. This is the Piedmont region of North Carolina.
Around here, modified racing is king. Everybody looks around. Everybody sees it. It's a way of life for us.
I know all your family.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched all of them, and it is so cool. It's just
thank
a pleasure
you.
to meet you.
Thank you so much.
You know what? This hand there be washed.
Oh, come here, give me a hug.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Look at the engine!
Call your own live. What's on your mind today? How about Junior Miller?
If Junior Miller wasn't over there, you wouldn't see half the crowd that's over at Bowman Gray. This man's won more than all the Myers has put together.
You compared the stats, ma'am. 5 versus 1. The 5 actually have the win. Thanks for calling in today.
He's still winning races, fella. And he's still the man to beat.
Everybody, the whole town, the whole community, maybe the whole state is waiting to see what is going to go down on Saturday night.
We'll be right back. WSJS 600, 1200 AM.
If you're going to be a full-time race car driver, you have to revolve everything else around it because you have to put racing so high on your list, on your priorities. Are you hungry? My lifestyle is basically like this. My wife works from 8:30 to 2:30 every day. While she's at work, I watch our son. I have to play the Mr. Mom before I play Mr. Race Car Driver. Want to do race car? Ready? Yay, we won! I have an understanding wife that lets me race. I think I can say that. Hey! It's a mommy.
What you doing? Hey, buddy. How long are you gonna be today?
Hopefully I'll be back by supper.
Good.
It takes a special woman to marry a race car driver because our lives pretty much revolve around it, and they always have. We're almost ready for Saturday night. We've just got the final touches that we need to do. First of all, I got to get the rear end out of the car. Keep hearing a noise, so I'm gonna make some adjustments to the rear end to try to find out what the problem is before it costs me a race. The best way I know to describe it is the guts inside of that rear end. It's called the carrier, inside of the housing. The shaft comes out of the back of the rear end and goes up into here, and the gears up in there ride on that shaft. And you can see that's what it's supposed to look like. And that one's kind of tight. And it'll turn, but you can see it's really tight. And it can cause friction and cause problems down the road. So what we'll have to do is you have to heat this cap up from this side, knock that bearing out, and replace it. If I know my car could be better, I'm gonna change it. When it comes Saturday night, I wanna make sure that this thing is where I need it to be so I can win the race this weekend.
It's midweek. Everybody knows it. It's going to be elbow-to-elbow Saturday night. You know, guys, let's talk about a modified. What is a modified? Modifieds are big motors, light chassis, lightning-fast cars. It's like a V8-powered missile. These things are making 600 horsepower. It's like having a rocket on a donkey's back. Every dollar you spend is more horsepower, it's more speed.
If you ever get tired of working on cars, it means you're tired of winning. You're not going to win if you don't work on them.
Tires. This is a wide, slick tire. We stagger our tires. Our left side tires are smaller than the right side tires, and we also build a wedge into the car. We make the left side heavier so that thing rotates and rips around the left-hand turn. These guys spend thousands of dollars on brakes. They're getting on the gas hard. They got to get it woed down in a hurry. You know what? Those brakes go out at the end of the night, and it happens so many times, we've got to use that front bumper.
The track is so small, there's no way to prevent cars from running into each other.
If you bump a guy and get around him, you just bump a guy and get around him. Back in the early days of NASCAR, that's the way that it kind of went.
These things are surrounded by Nerf bars, a piece of tubing that kind of encompasses everything except for the wheels. You know, these cars are super lightweight. We use lightweight components and lightweight panels. Most everything is aluminum or titanium. The problem with that is we're always wrecking and crashing. And when we're wrecking and crashing, we're compromising our driver's safety. These things are extremely dangerous. And when they crash, 80 plus miles an hour, we're talking about a 35, 50 G impact. These things disintegrate. All that's what puts together and modified, without a doubt, the baddest race car you're ever going to see at any racetrack in America.
It's the first time this car's been set on the boxes, so see how nice and smooth that is. No squeaking, no rattling. Everything's beautiful. Perfect, as we'd say. I work at Michael Waltrip Racing, which is a NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race team. It's the highest level of motorsports racing that there is, so I'm involved in that clique day in and day out, and I honestly feel like it gives me a competitive advantage on my race car. The work ethic that goes on here is absolutely perfect. It can't be second best, and I've always applied that same work ethic back in Grandpa's basement at my race shop, and that's one reason why we're so successful, is we preach that work ethic. Everything has got to be perfect.
Every year we take the car apart, we check all the parts. Anything that's damaged, bent, gets replaced. Each year this car goes back to the track, the same as it did the year before.
What are we doing on the left front?
One in. I think the right front's a tick high.
Square's perfect, left to right's perfect.
It looks pretty bitchin'. I'm pretty excited.
I'm just happy everything went back together the way it come apart.
Hell, it's ain't our first rodeo, Skip. We've done it for years.
All right. My name is Chris Fleming. I drive a open-wheel modified at Bowman Gray Stadium. I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a big fine house. I don't drive a new car. I drive a used car. The financial sacrifices I make to race, you know, the first thing I got to do is provide for my family.
Looking like a Mustang, boys.
Boys, you want a toy to play with? Right here it is.
I'm in the car business. I buy cars and re-wholesale them.
It ain't the prettiest car I ever seen, but it's fast.
If the car business is bad, it hurts what I do. I haven't made any money in 50 days. You know, who knows if we're going to have enough money to race all season.
2600, 1417, 84.
If you look on my car, it says Fleming Family Racing.
Let me come over and hold the steering wheel straight.
I don't have a big team. I had my wife and my son.
To the right, turn to the right.
It's a lot of work for a couple of people to do.
I support Chris 100%. When I met him 27 years ago, he'd bought his first race car, so that's pretty much been our life story, is racing.
One-man gang right here, buddy. One-man gang.
I mean, he just loves what he does, and, you know, I have to love it for him, because we're that close.
I got the best wife in the world.
Yeah. She's put up with a lot for me. We lived in a double-wide trailer for 25 years. We're not broke. We're not, you know, if you don't, you know, racing costs a lot. I shouldn't be crying like it. She's a good woman.
Go over and straighten the steering wheel up, Amy.
Ain't you cutting them strawberries like you Burt Myers' ears?
What'd you say about Bert?
I said you cutting them strawberries up like it's Burt Myers' ears.
Don't get me wound up. I'll cut myself thinking about that old. We're making the strawberry shortcake because it pumps Junior up for the race for the weekend. So whatever it takes to pump Junior up, that's what we make. maybe he could slam Bert or Jason slap into the wall this weekend.
None of us like Burt Myers, and that includes my dog, BJ.
BJ, you like Burt Myers?
BJ.
You like Burt Myers?
I'm the king at Bowman Gray Stadium, and the Myers won't never forget that.
Hey, you pup! Old gray-headed man come to want a toad!
Everybody's been wondering what I'm gonna do to Burt Myers.
Once you grow up, be a man, come and see me!
I can't wait to show him Saturday night.
Caller, here is the question. The last race, did Burt Myers take it too far?
No, Burt did not take it too far. I've seen Junior run over many people over there. He just maybe put Junior in check to where he needs to be. Somebody needs to put a stop to him doing this, and I think Burt just stood up for what had happened to him.
Man, I've been around to some of the shops this week. These guys are thrashing. These guys are working to 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Cars are getting weighed, scaled. Everything is coming together. This is going to be the week, man. Tension is building all over town. Everybody's got something to prove, but nobody more than Junior, Burt, and Tim. Junior and Burt, they're going to be fighting for a checkered flag. Tim, he's looking for championship number 8 just on the horizon for Tim Brown. He plays his cards right, could go down as one of the greatest drivers in Bowman Gray history. Every other driver is just hoping to survive Saturday night.
This is Burt and Jason. They're both girls, or cows. The reason I named them after Burt and Jason is because they're the hard-headedest cows I ever met in my life. This right here is Jason, just the little one. There's Burt. Come on, Burt. Whoop! Whoop!
Chris Fleming. I think that, I don't even know where to start.
See, I'm trying to feed her, she still won't come.
Chris Fleming, when you talk to Chris, you don't know what Chris you're gonna get.
Every once in a while, the bull comes over the fence and has his way with him. I kind of like it too. That's when I call them Burt and Jason the most.
You might get the Chris that's psycho and ready to fight, or you might get the Chris that wants to go in the corner and pray. You don't know who you're gonna get.
My name is Chris Fleming. They call me the showstopper, because the show never stops till I'm in the front. That's supposed to be funny. Most everything on this car is built by me, right here at my shop. There's no way I can race without making parts on this car. A lot of the parts that I use are from other teams, parts that they might have broken or stuff they just throw away. I bring them right here and fix them, make them like new. One thing that drives me is I've always been an underdog. I hear people say every day I can't drive. It don't matter to me.
Chris Fleming can't think that he's the baddest guy there when I'm there. Come on.
Racing without money, it'd be a big burden to some teams, but I take pride in building everything right here at this shop by myself. There's my broke mount. You know, I guess sometimes the stuff I make's not as good. The metal I used wasn't wide enough, so I'm gonna go back in the junk box, get me a wider piece of metal, and I'm gonna make one of these that's gonna stand the test of time. If you can't buy it, you just gotta make it what you got. I get by on a third of the budget some of the other teams do. After I put this on here and heat the shrinker out, it'll look like a factory-made part. Nothing drives me more than outrunning money. Some of these teams, you got 5 and 7 people working on them. It's a one-man show over here. Now let's go see if it fits. Now, it won't surprise me if one of the guys don't come up to me and say, "Where'd you buy that mount?" Looks just like a store-bought mount.
All right, come on back. Straight in. This way, this way. This ain't like Jason's. This is a real race car. My whole racing career, I've always had to deal with Junior Miller, trying to run over me and trying to gun for me. Move, Jay. I really hope that this year is different. It almost feels like a luxury to me to be able to go over there and just race.
I don't think it'll hold, but probably 6 tires at most.
He's thinking again, Darryl. We're in trouble.
Somebody said that Burt didn't want the new ones up there, and if that's the case, we need to find out.
I can't hear him from all my trophies in there on the wall. They act like I don't know what I'm doing.
You don't know what you're doing when we're trying to figure out how many tires to put on the trailer.
All right.
Why is he being an ass, man?
Bert's all tender today, man. What's wrong with him?
He's got to go sit down with Junior Miller tomorrow.
I don't know what's going to happen in the first race. If it's up to Bert, he just soon Junior Miller not even show up, so he don't have to worry about Junior waiting on him and doing something stupid. I mean, Junior's a nuisance. Junior's a hassle. Junior's a problem. You're more worried that Junior's going to do you dirty than you are Junior's going to outrun you. And that's what I do admire about Bert. He goes to win, and that's it.
Watch your head. Hey, you know that was not my idea, right? Whoa, watch that board.
Anyways, everything looked out good.
Yeah, I think all the numbers look good.
Yeah.
I'm never satisfied till I win. And that pressure's there. You just have to learn how to deal with it. And I've learned to harness that into positive energy to win.
Well,
cheer up, buddy. Junior won't bite tomorrow, I promise. There's two things that I hold dear to my heart. One's my family and one's my race car. And if you mess with either one of those, you're gonna see the bad side of Burt Myers. I've always had to deal with Junior Miller, trying to run over me and trying to gun for me. Because you know the old saying, I've said for years, you can't mess with manure without getting it on you.
I told a reporter the other day, Bert must have been born in a barn because he always talking about
yeah, manure.
I think he's actually talking about me, though. What do you think?
I know he is. I want to tell you something this year, the way it starts. When you go to the track Saturday, right?
Go to what?
When you go race Saturday,
yeah.
You know how I feel about it.
I worry about Junior every time he sits in a race car. But Junior, now, I don't wish Junior was any other type of driver because that's why he's where he is today. Burt Myers says that Junior's a dirty race car driver because Burt can't beat him.
If they mess with you, and if they bump you, wreck you or something, do what you got to do.
I'm gonna turn him upside down if he bothers me.
Because I don't, you know what I'm saying.
Well, you know I'm gonna do that.
I don't want messing with you.
Now, I know he's an aggressive driver, so I know that when he goes out there, he's going to retaliate. Just like Burt Myers done last year. If you let them push you around, they're going to keep doing it.
How late do you think we'll be here? Till we get done. Pretty much out of time at this point. It's got to be done.
I'm looking forward to race at Bowman Gray Stadium as much as I've ever have. Tim Brown knows he's got a better car. He knows he's got a bigger team. And he can't stand it for me to outrun him.
Holy crap, Batman. I'm just kind of wigging out because it's the last night that we have to prepare this race car for the biggest race of the year.
I really hope we've got everything.
I'd say I'm not nervous, but I'm a little nervous. Anything can happen at Bowman Gray Stadium. That's why it's a madhouse.
You never know what you're going to get with Junior. When you get in a cage with a dog that barks and bites, be prepared to be bit and be ready to bite back.
Start your engine. All right, folks, we got opening day right here at the Madhouse, Bowman Gray Stadium. Who's your favorite driver? Who do you think is going to win on opening day?
I don't want this. I want the Burt Myers special.
It ain't a Burt Myers special.
We all know it's coming. The king is going to be there, and he's there to defend his turf.
Do you know Junior Miller's won more races at Bowman Gray Stadium than anybody else? Yep, I'll show you in the program tonight. He's the winner. He's number one.
Well, no, Bert is number one.
But talk is cheap, and the only thing that counts at Bowman Gray Stadium is who gets to the checkered flag first.
First race of the season, the main thing you want to do is just make sure you've got everything like it should be up to par. We basically put on a set of tires and just wait till the race starts and take it as it comes.
Our blue 83 car is the best car at the track. We just don't have good equipment. We have the best equipment.
I'm looking forward to race at Bowman Gray Stadium as much as I've ever had. I've got the car the best it's ever been. Ever who wins is gonna have to deal with me.
Bowman Gray's like going to war, you know. I'm a man of a few words, you know. I'd rather get behind the steering wheel and just show them.
That Bowman Gray, it's not just the summer heat that gets hot. Everything kind of starts out kind of calm. It just starts escalating.
Qualifying's very important. You only get one lap at the stadium. You have one shot in order to sit on the pole.
Good time, 13.267 for Burt Myers.
When you sit on the pole, you start first row on the inside, which is the shortest way around the racetrack, and it makes it harder for the competitors to pass you.
second, 13.368 seconds, 67.325 miles per hour.
We never qualified outside the top two. We ended up being 5th.
That's the slowest the son of a bitches run all day. Slid. Both damn corners slid.
Tim worries a lot about this car because it's his butt in that seat.
Will you come to the field house with me, sir?
Right now?
Yes, sir. See you in the field house for a minute, Junior, please.
What do you think?
So they need to sleep in the field house.
Anytime anything ever happened, I always take the drivers out on the old field house. It's got to be about Burton Jr. fighting after the race last year. Everybody that's going to be over there will think something's going to go on with Burton Jr. They might run over each other on the first lap. You never know.
Hey, Bert.
Hey, Gray.
Appreciate y'all for coming this year. Welcome here. I think it's time we just sat down and talk about this situation. It's just getting out of control. Well, y'all are just tearing up too much stuff. Somebody's going to get hurt.
As far as I'm concerned, it's over. I know he probably don't feel the same way, but you ran me down from straightaway behind. You could have got by me without...
You brake checked me down there.
My car was all over the place.
I was 6. I know you was.
So why didn't you try to get behind me without bonds?
I was 6 car lengths behind you, rolled in.
How many times did you mess with me last year?
How many times you let people, you run over people? And they let you by. Well, you ain't gonna run over me.
You're not gonna run over me. So why can't we just go out there? Listen, wait a minute.
I ain't trying to overrun you.
Why can't we just go out there and race hard and keep like we got some sense?
That's what
If
I'm
you
gonna
catch
do.
me from a straightaway behind, you'll be able to get by me without running into me.
Why would I spin you out then if you didn't stand on the
That's the question that I'm trying to figure out.
Junior,
I mean, neither one of us is gonna win if we keep tearing each other all to pieces.
I understand it. I think both of
But
you...
I mean, he's not gonna give and I'm not gonna give. So the best thing we can do is just go out there and race hard.
Well...
And not tear each other all to pieces. If you catch me from a straightaway behind, try to get by me without dumping me.
No, I pushed you wide. I didn't knock you out.
You hit me hard getting in and knocked me out the wall.
It's different pushing you wide.
Bert, let's just calm down.
Listen, I've known Junior since I was this little.
I understand.
And I can tell you right now, it's not over. I can see it in his eyes. He's so damn mad right now, he wants to hit me.
I think you both got a good shot at winning the championship. Y'all shake hands?
Qualifying yesterday, we kind of screwed up a little bit with the qualifying.
Pretty much got our ass handed to us there, but it just slid sideways in the corner and spun the tires off, and we got beat.
I'm gonna do some quick adjustments to the shocks, and hopefully that'll keep the wheels hooked up to the racetrack tonight so we can win the race.
Look in the pit cart and get that shock out for Alfred.
We should have just went a conservative route there and would have been fine, but it's my fault. I'll make up for it.
I'm confident of Tim, 100%, because we know what it takes to win races and win championships.
That little punk needs to be taught a lesson. Tim and Bart and Jason are going to do it by the end of this season.
I've been waiting 189 days to say this. Let's go racing!
Gentlemen, start your engine.
They stirred up already, eh?
Bowman Gray, eh? They were stirred up when we left last year.
I'll see you in a little bit, old man.
All right.
Take me brown.
Tucson, St. Patrick, getting ready to get underway. We're certainly glad you can be here.
We have 3 laps of warm-up before they drop the green flag and start racing.
Hey, be sharp, be smart. We're gonna try to win this thing.
The first race of the year is really important to get started off on the right foot, especially to me because we've won it the last 2 seasons. So this year, you know, we're doing our best to go out and make it 3 in a row.
Bert should have an easy walk tonight unless there's some cautions and I can get up there. I'm gonna wake him walk tight if I can get there.
What comes around goes around. You know, Bert better be quicker than me because he's going to leave here whenever I catch him.
All right, Bert, cars are stopping in turn 2. Watch it. That Junior ain't slowing down. Junior, watch Tim. He stopped in front of you. Do what? Broke down already.
on a lap or whatever. Junior Miller's sitting on the back stretch of 2 flat tires. Junior just run in the back of that car sitting down there, Bert. I don't doubt it. Benji said he hit Tim and got both of his tires. Hit Tim?
You got 3 laps to get heat in your tires. The more heat you get in your tires, the better the tires are going to be. So come around and Tim Brown was sitting there stopped in the middle of the racetrack. And when I hit the brake, my foot slipped off and hit the gas wide open.
I felt the nudge from Junior. I looked over and it tore his left front off. I was like, no.
Is both of them flat? Yeah. The rims are bent and the tires are down.
Oh, man.
They bringing him in on 2 wreckers?
Yeah.
Get that blackjack right here.
I know we have a very good race team, so I knew if we could get him in there and it was just 2 flat tires, we could come from the back and still win the race.
Hey, who run into you? Who run into you?
What's broke?
The side of the door is torn off.
Put 2 wheels on it. Let's go.
The rear end's broke.
The rear end's broke.
Oh,
I had tires fixed up and we were going to put them on and go racing, and surveyed the damage a little. It was a little more extensive than that. The night was ended before we even started.
Who run into you?
I run into Brown.
And he told me that he had ran into the 83 car himself, so that was a bit of a shocker.
If you're running over cars before the race even starts, maybe it's time to go ahead, get off the track, stay out of my way, and hang it up.
My stupid foot fell off the brake and went on the gas.
I mean, it was embarrassing for me. I'm sure it was embarrassing for Junior.
To have something like that happen before the green flag ever thrown, opening night, I bet it is embarrassing.
That's just the lowest you can get. Do something like this, got to look stupid, and it made me feel about that tall, you know.
All right, man, I'll tell you when it goes green. You be ready on this start. Good luck to you. Here we go. You ready? Green, 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 clear, clear, clear.
And the green flag is dropped 200 laps until the end.
Just plenty of room, plenty of room. Good job, good job. Hey, get on up there the best you can there. Go, go, go!
In the back of the pack, Chris Fleming has been putting the pressure on and working his way up through the pack.
You got it clear.
Two-time winner of the 200, Burt Myers, holding near the front of the pack.
With Junior out of the race and my car performing just like I want it to, all of the stuff is going in my favor, so I can go out and win this race.
Caution's out, caution's out. Caution's out.
And Fleming spins out Randy Butner, causing a pileup in the south turn.
Looks good to me.
When there's any problem on the track, they bring out the yellow caution flag. When this happens, we slow down, stay in line, and try to make it back across the start-finish line as safely as possible so that they can get the track cleaned up so we can restart the race.
And there goes Jason Myers, trying to report across the infield to rejoin the pack.
That was our chance right there, daggone it. I hate that just happened. Yeah, you ain't lying.
As they line up for the infamous double file choice restart, Burt Myers. He could take the outside here, make a play for the lead.
I'm the type where if I can pull up, I'm going to.
Right or wrong, we'll see, I guess.
If I can get in the lead, there's going to be a pretty good chance I'm going to win the race.
Popping like crazy. What's that?
I can hear and feel the vibration.
Rear end or something just broke. I swear. I'll tell you something fly off of it. Something just broke.
I heard a snap, and right away I knew something in the drivetrain or in the rear end is broken, and my night's done.
I'll be a son of a gun.
George, coming in.
I've waited all winter long, for this season to start back up, so I can win this race for the 3rd time in a row.
Bert's broken something. I'm like, all right, well, that's, bad for him, but it's good for me.
The green flag flies on lap number 87. Come on.
Clear. You're in there, Timmy, you're in there.
Tim Brown is your leader.
Everything's going my way. I'm leading this thing, and we're just, grinning from ear to ear there and just saying, okay, don't make any mistakes. A lot of things can happen.
Here comes the 13. 13's gonna be on the outside of you.
Now it's my time to go to the front.
Get on up there. Go, go, go!
I can see the people screaming and hanging over. It gives me a desire to go hard.
And Fleming makes a move. He takes second away from Alfred Hill in the final few laps. This is his chance to challenge Tim Brown for first.
Go, go, go! Tell the 13 to get off my ass. I gotta get to the inside. Tell the 13 to get off my damn ass.
Chris is a pretty hard-headed competitor. You know, he's in it to win it, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, you got to beat this boy to the corner down here.
White flag right here, bud. White flag's in the air. White flag, white flag.
Tim was setting a fast pace, and I'm not going to be able to pass him.
Got the checkered flag in the air, man.
And it's 7-time defending champion of the series, Tim Brown, picking up the first race of the season here at Bowman Gray Stadium.
We're back! We're back to home track! Woo!
He's followed by upstart Chris Fleming, who worked his way up to the field to score an impressive second-place finish.
Chris Fleming had a good run. Yeah, all the good cars got knocked out over there.
Junior out of the race, and with my car out of the race, it's basically like handing Tim a win.
You know, we pay attention to detail. I think that's what we do better than anybody else. We made some key adjustments to the car after qualifying, and it worked. We won the race tonight, so we spanked them.
I don't respect the way Tim races. Basically, the way I see it is they raced my race without me tonight. So Junior feels the same way, I'm sure.
As bad as I done there on crashing the car that early in the race, I felt embarrassed, and I got on out there as soon as the race was over. I've been there 36 years and never done nothing like that. And I was angry at myself. I mean, we definitely need to try to make up for our fans.
Well, folks, we're just one race in. That's just the tip of the iceberg. These drivers will rebuild their weapons and bring them back for another 15 races at Bowman Gray.
Come back next week, we're gonna get it.
We're gonna get it.
There will be feuding, fighting, and fireworks before this season is over.
Tase him! Tase him! Who wants it? Who wants it?
The rivalries will be reignited, and payback's gonna be paid in full.
Oh, gray-headed man, come to want a code!
The rivalry with me and Junior,
Hey, don't nobody know who you are or him!
we were just getting started.
Once you grow up, be a man, come and see me!
10 laps to go, Junior. Get up.
I don't forget what people does to me.
Goddamn Junior trying to turn me in the center.
The king!
Son of a bitch would be in the damn back with Chris Fleming where he lost.
When they start putting on a show, I stop it.
I'm trying to go, man. I'm behind in the points. I gotta get caught up. I ain't trying to wreck you.
Everybody has been wondering what I'm gonna do to Burt Myers, and I'm gonna show them Saturday night.
Junior just spun it out.